Hi, in this video I am going to explain various configurations related to homepage. Log into your admin panel and we will see one by one right from header, say website logo or favicon to menu, the language selection and all other content also. So logo is part of the settings. So if you go to settings in the admin panel, you will find general settings and under that there is website logo, there is website name as well as there is favicon. So you can change this here and automatically it will be updated here. There are basic criteria. We suggest that the logo size should be 40 px height and maximum width could be probably 200 px. That fits the best. So your icon should be beside the logo and you can accordingly resize it and make sure there is no extra padding in and around the logo. Favicon can be 24 px by 24 px and in transparent background. That is what is preferred. Okay. Second is menu configurations. So we have used dynamic menu builder concept. You will find that option under CMS menu builder. So here we provide some of the pre-built menu. At the same time you can create your own menu also. Okay, so if you want to edit any of the pre-built menu, you can click on any of those menu and click on choose. Okay, so you'll find here menu name in English and Hindi, because current system we have configured in two different languages. However, you can have as many languages as you wanted. So here you can define the menu name in different languages. And here there are menu types. Inactive is that you have made a menu but you don't want to show it anywhere at the moment when you're building it, so you can keep it as inactive. Then main menu is what is shown here on the header menu bar. So third is widget. We are planning to add some more widgets that will be somewhere within the page on the right side or on the left side. Then comes the sub menu. Okay, so what we see here as a child menu are called sub menu. Okay, and next is footer. So there are several menu items that we are showing in the footer. These are also available from the menu configuration only. So let's see how to configure the main header menu bar. So for configurations, there are several options available. One, you can put the custom link. Custom link is required when any of these URL available dynamically, not possible. So in that case, you can put custom link. For example, you want to link say blog, and blog is outside your cashback website. So you can put your custom link here and enter the label name that will be showing up on the menu. And pages, if you want to link any of the pages, select the page. Okay, it will show English and Hindi, so you can enter the name in English and Hindi and click on add page and it will be added here. Then if you already pre-built a menu and you want to show that as child menu, for example this offers was created as a menu, child menu, and then that was made here. So we created offers, mega menu for offers. Okay, and then this was added as menu item here. So is explore was also done as a menu. Okay, so you can do like this also. If you want to add a store, you can search it here, or you can see list of the stores here. Sometimes when you create any store, it may not appear here because we are caching this data. So here, if you are not seeing a latest data, you can click here to refresh the cache. Okay, you can click here, it will reload the page, and after that you might see all the updated pages or stores. So store categories are available, coupon categories, deal categories, and so on. So these values are available dynamically. So when you add here, it will be along with the link and everything. Okay. Now, one important information to be noted. For example, if you change slug for any particular page or module, okay, you change this slug for page or store name or category name. In that case, this particular menu item will not be updated. So you have to delete that particular menu item and update it again. Okay. And one important thing, if you want to show a particular child menu as mega menu that occupies the width of the container, okay, in that case you will have to define a class called mega menu. If you just want to have a simple menu, then you don't need to define any class. Okay. And when it comes to defining mega menu for offers, configuring mega menu for offers, you can simply create a hierarchy. For example, if you see in front end, all store is your parent, and under that there are several stores that you have shown in two different columns. So you can first put all store from the pages. Okay, so you go to pages here and from here you can select all stores. Or if you don't want any store, any page to be linked, you can just put the custom link as hash, and enter the name of whatever menu that you want to show, like popular stores, and it will be added here. And then under that you can enter, you can add as many stores as you wanted by selecting multiple in one go, or by searching it in the search box also. And there is no need to define any class or anything, just that make sure that there is hierarchy, proper hierarchy, configured, so it is indexed, by drag and drop. So that is to be made sure. So here if you see, there are about 4 different columns for parents, and there are about 8 different columns for the child, so you can define that data here, okay, under parent child. So as many category as you see, there are several links that are redirecting me to all store page, all store categories page, or coupon categories page, daily news page. So those also can be added without any indexing, and automatically it will show. Whenever you've done any changes, make sure to save the changes here, okay. And this menu type selection is important. Currently we are editing offers mega menu, so it has to be sub menu only. This is how you can configure the entire menu. If you can create a new menu, okay, you can add some pages here. Once done, you can go to main menu and add that as sub menu, simple sub menu. Okay, it is added here. Want to define any class, and come here and refresh it. Simple sub menu is added. See, this is how you can add the simple sub menu. Coming to search bar, it is intuitive, no need to change anything, okay. And languages are basically from the language configurations. If you go to developer setup, language master is there. So here we have created 3 different languages, however only 2 are active, so it is showing up in the front end accordingly. You can create as many languages as you want it, however several configuration needs to be changed based on new language that we would add. So make sure that you contact us before adding any new language, and whatever configurations are required from our end, we will make it all possible, and then you can take it forward. Okay, so whichever languages are enabled, it will start showing up here, and easily people will be able to switch the language also. These are all standard button, no need to change anything here. Rest all content that we see on this page is basically from the CMS and pages. Let's look at that settings. So under go to CMS and click on pages. Here we have home page settings. So here you will find we have used a nice Gutenberg approach where every information is demonstrated as the block, and you can edit each and every block for whatever content that you want to change. For example, if you see, this is heading block, okay, so this particular line item and this content is available here, okay. And if you see in Hindi, it is blank. So you can, whenever you have multi-linguistic website, you will have to enter the content in multiple languages. This is first important information to be noted. System will not translate it automatically. It has to be entered, configure the content and labels for different languages, okay. And here there is important button, hide after login. So this particular block we don't want to show after user is logged in, so we want to hide it, so we'll switch this on. Sign up is created as a component, so whatever the sign up box that is showing up here is created as a component from here, okay. Again, these are all from the blocks. So how it works is available here. If you see section, how it works, and there is this content, earning cashback is as easy as 1 2 3 4, okay, that you can content edit here, and if you want to change it and add content for other language, you will be able to do that from here also, okay. And this is each block, browse, turn, shop, and all is available from here, okay. So this content can be configured. Sequence is nothing but where do we want to show this. So if you see, this is first, second, third, and fourth. Now you might have added one block, okay, at the top, and you want to show that as last, so you can change the sequence and accordingly it will show. Currently I have configured 100, 200, 300, so without removing anything I can just change the sequence and it will be switched. This position will be switched, okay. Next is, if you notice this, we have created a block, and there are two columns, and we have given some special CSS class here. So if you want to have this kind of layout on another page, it is possible. However, you will have to first define first two columns. Okay, one will be with 65 and another will be with 35 percentage weight. And secondly, you will have to select both of these columns. So, and for that you will have to click very carefully in the middle of these two blocks, and it will show one advanced option and CSS, and this particular CSS to be entered, and then you can reproduce this UI on other pages as well, though you may not require it, but this option is available. Next is slider section. If you see, so this is slider section that is showing up here. Okay, so here also there are several rows. Rows are nothing but number of slides that are available. And first option is to enter the link. So here you have to enter the relative links. Relative links are required if you are going to link a banner to any of your internal page. So if you are linking this particular banner to store page or category page or how it work page, you need to enter only relative URL. Relative URL is nothing but the URL without your domain name and language variable. So if your domain name is cashback.com and language variable is EN and store page name is Amazon, then you will enter /Amazon only, not your cashback.com/EN. Okay, so this is an example here. And if you want to link it to a particular store page, you can select the store also. Okay, in some cases, or new latest store that you created may not appear here. Okay, in that case, there is a refresh button that we have provided, refresh local storage cache. So you'll have to refresh this, and the page will reload. So make sure that whatever changes that you have done is saved before you reload the page, otherwise those changes will be lost. And then you can come back here and search for the store keyword, or you can select it from the drop down also. Okay, again, sequence is to show that banner in a proper sequence. There are three different type of hyperlinks: internal, external, and affiliate. Internal, like I mentioned, store page, category page, or coupon page, those are all called internal. Externals are those links that are going to some other websites but need not be affiliate link. Okay, like for example, you want to link it to blog page, or you have created a subdomain for some other activity, then you can link to that external page also. And next is affiliate. So affiliate is link from the network that you get. In this, whenever you have affiliate option enabled, it will behave differently. So all these three have different click behavior. So if it is internal, and when somebody click on that banner, it will open that page within that same browser, within that same tab. Whereas if it is external, then it will open in the new tab. And if it is affiliate, then it will verify whether user is logged in, and if it is user is not logged in, then it will ask user to log in first or sign up first to proceed further. Okay, so all these logics are taken care. And when you put affiliate, you'll have to make sure that the link is either deep linked here, or you've selected the proper stores so that it is referring the deep link from the store configuration. Okay, and there are two different images available here. One will be for the desktop and another will be for the mobile resolution. So you can set different images based on the devices, and accordingly it will fit properly in different devices. Okay, so upload both the images into different sizes. You can refer existing image size for the reference, and create new banners accordingly. Offer of the day is again available as a block. You can change the language offer of the day title to some other title in different languages, and there are various logic. We have made sure that you don't have to actually select those offer of the day manually. Instead, you can have it defined by some logic. If you define it as popular, it will pick the best maximum number of clicks coupon, and it will show up here. Okay. If you define it as say latest, then it will pick latest coupons and it will show up there. And if you define it as featured, then you will have to define those coupons as featured, and it will start showing up here as featured. Okay. And how many offer do you want to show can be set here as a count. So if you have kept popular, there can be hundreds and thousands of coupons with popularity, but you might want to restrict to only top 5 popular, so you can define it here. Currently we have only one style option as a slider, so it is showing only one option, but in future we may add some more options and it will be added here, and you can change the style. Similarly, top stories configuration is available from here. Same here also, you'll have to define the content in multiple languages as many you have activated, and top stores or this title can be entered and it will show up accordingly here. Next is store listing logic. Okay, here also there are several options. One can be popular, the second can be latest, third can be featured, and handpicked. So popular and latest, as I explained, will be based on number of clicks. Popular and latest is based on when it was created. Featured is what you tag it at each store level, and handpicked is what you handpick at each category level. So you can you can select a category here, and you can start selecting the stores that are tagged to this particular category. You'll have to make sure that those stores are tagged to respective category, then only it will show up here. Generally, if you want to avoid a lot of manual configuration, you can set it as popular and just define the categories here. And if you want to add more category, you can click here and add more category, and it will be showing up here one after another. Some people want to add one default category as popular. In that case, what we propose is create one store category as popular, and select as many stores as you want under that category, and select when you create these tabs, select first one as popular as your category, and automatically the first tab, default tab, will be all popular stores. Then there is top offers. Same concept as top stores in top offers as well, except that there is no manual handpicking, because there can be thousands of offers. It's very difficult to handpick it. So here in top offers, again you have both the tabs. You can define the content in different languages. Offer listing logic is popular, latest, and featured. So you can show the offers whether by popular or latest or featured. And if you have checked featured, then for all the categories it will show offers which are marked as featured, and that setting is available at each coupon level. If you open any particular coupon, is featured available. So if you switch it on and save it, this particular coupon will be marked as featured. Another precondition is it should not have been expired, then only it will show up. Same setting is available at each store level for the featured also. So you can click here and you will find an option is featured. So this option has to be switched on, and then only it will show up under the top stores. Moving on, there is a top deals block here. Okay, so that block is again configured the same way. There is dual languages. You can define title and description in both the languages, or as many languages you have activated. Logic is popular, latest, featured. You can select deal categories as many as you want it. If you want to show popular deals, then create new category as popular and select that as first. And currently the display is only list, but we may add some more display type as carousel, and it will start showing up here. How many deals you want to show can be defined here, and what is the style, that also can be defined here. And you can actually move these blocks up and down also. For example, you want to show the top offers below the deals you want to show at the top, then you can simply up it, and it will be moved above the layout, and it will be updated here. So the sequence can be changed. You might want to show this banner in full width, so you can do that also. So all the options are available from the pattern block. Okay, so if you want to show your slider in full width, when you come here, you will remove this particular offer of the day column, and you will increase the width of the slider block to 100%, and automatically it will fit into entire width. We suggest to explore this only when you have better understanding of the Gutenberg and overall how this block system works. But to begin with, to just configure and understand what are the current blocks available and how those are configured. Next section is we have several CTA, lifetime refer and program, or if you have app, or if you have extension, or if you have a share and earn, or you can create some other banners, for example promoting your WhatsApp or Telegram channel. You can create some banner and upload it here, and there is a link also available here, so you can add link and it will be hyperlink with that particular page when they click here. Then there is a call to action bar to promote people to log in once again. So that content is defined here. Okay, image is set here, and there is one class we have used to highlight actually get bonus, and we have used hash bonus code. So automatically this is highlighted in orange color, your secondary color, and amount is also dynamically picked. This amount is from this bonus. So if you go to cashback, and there is something called bonus type. Here we have three different type of bonus. It is showing joining bonus without using any referral code, because here when we are showing this, people may not have any uh, referral code. In that case, what is the bonus amount is being shown here, and currency is what we have set from the settings is being shown here. So that setting is available under the cashback. Okay, default currency is INR, and hence it is showing rupees here. And the same amount is also, if you would have noticed, is showing up here also. Okay. So both of these are dynamic actually. So whenever you change any value here, automatically it will be updated here also. You don't have to manually update these values. And there is this image that also you can dynamically change this if you want to change to something else. Okay. Then there are some stats. You can again define those stats same way, multiple languages, each block. Okay. And there is icon. We have not used icon in current layout, but in future layout we may use icons. So we have provision the option at the moment. And the style is only one for column grid, but maybe we may add some more styling here in the future. Then there is payment mode, by which payment mode we are here initiating the transfer. So at the moment there is no selection of payment mode, because whatever you would have enabled from the cashback and under payment mode, it will start showing up here. So currently we have about 5 payment mode, and all of them are enabled, so it is showing all 5 mode here. But if you disable any one of them, for example gift voucher, you can disable it. It is saved. And now if you go and refresh this page, you can see that gift voucher is now hidden. Okay, so this is how you can define the content. And there is this footer content that is helping you achieve some of the SEO benefits. So that content is available from the footer content section. So here you can add as many keywords and as many content as you want it, that will help you get the better SEO benefits. And then there is footer. Footer is again 100% dynamic. So go to CMS and there is footer option. So there are 5 columns. There is no need to add another column here. Okay, you can edit it. And first one is basically an HTML. Okay, and it shows this logo. You can, let me remove this, and if you want to add any other logo, you can just simply click and add the logo and define as 100% width so that it fits in properly, and add the content that you want to show. Okay, the logo is showing up here. There is no need for this anchor text, so I'm removing that so that it doesn't break my UI. Sometimes when you copy any image from third party and paste it here, it might break the UI. So make sure that there is no additional class here. There should be only image with 100% width, and then the content whatever you want to add can be entered here. Second is our company. This is defined as menu. So if we have created menu from the CMS menu builder, and then we have selected that particular menu, footer _ our company, and all those items that you selected under the menu is showing up here. If I go to menu builder and footer our company, if we select it, about us, contact us, FAQ, sitemap. About us, contact us, FAQ, and sitemap is showing up here. Okay, if you add some more item here, automatically this particular footer menu will also be updated. So all the menus are footer options are available here. And for social, there is only selection here, and values are coming from the settings. So if you go to settings, under the settings you will find social media links. So whichever links that you have defined here will show up here. So for example, if you remove any link from WhatsApp because you have not activated WhatsApp, we remove that link and automatically WhatsApp is written from here. For SEO and page related settings, options are available here on the right side of the page. So same, go to CMS pages, and for each of these pages we are talking about home page. So home page, title is set here. Okay, and this is for the SEO benefit only. It is not showing anywhere in the front end at the moment for H1 H2 because it is defined from the blog, but meta title, meta description can be defined here. Okay, and meta keywords can also be defined here, and this template is going to define whether this page is home page or other page. Do not change this. Whatever we have provided is perfectly fine. And if you make it to draft or trash, it will stop showing up in the front end. And if you want to exclude it from the SEO sitemap, you can switch it on. And image is optional, which is used only for selected pages. For homepage, this is not used. And then there are several content. For example, you want to change the button name to join us or sign in, or this particular content. This content is from the label, and label option is available again under the settings and label translations. Here you will find many label options. So if you want to find a particular content, what we generally propose is copy this and use Ctrl F and paste it, and you will land to that particular node. If you want to translate in another language, you can translate it from here. So this way it will be translated in another language. If somebody switches this language to Hindi, this will show up in another language also. So this is how we can translate the labels. So entire homepage, every content, every section is dynamic and has so much control that you can define the orientation, you can define the layout, you can define the sequence of the content, you can actually change the orientation, icons, content, everything is dynamic 100% from within that panel. I hope this helps. Thank you very much.